Hi everyone, Dead Battery here, and thank you for joining me on my channel. So today's video is going to be on another retro game, but we're going to do a modification on it. Now, it didn't work out the way I wanted, and you'll see in the video what happened, but I wanted to mod a Neo Geo Pocket Color. And if you don't know what a Neo Geo Pocket Color is, it is a handheld that was released in 1998 as the Neo Geo Pocket. And then the colored version came out in 1999, and all the games were backwards compatible. The unique thing about this system was it was released and launched with 14 games, but unfortunately it didn't do as well as the Game Boy, and the sales were kind of low. The developers, SNK, did eventually release 82 games for the system, and they did release another Neo Geo. It was the new Neo Geo Pocket Color. When they built it, they decided to make it slightly smaller, but same as the original ones, it didn't really do that well after it was launched. A lot of the games for it are fighting games, and they are kind of hard to find, and if you are able to find them, they are very expensive. SNK did run into some financial issues, and after a year they were actually sold to a pachinko company. So this game system is one that my husband owns because, once again, my husband loves fighting games. I'm terrible at them. And right now I think we only own like 1 or 2 games. The games will range from $50 on up. So originally what I wanted to do was get a Neo Geo Pocket Color, do a new screen mod, put an IPS screen in it just to see if it worked, and if I liked it, I was going to do the modification on my husband's if he wanted it. Unfortunately, the one I found was not in the best condition. So let's have a look and see if this is a system I can fix and mod, or if I have to look for a different one. This is the Neo Geo Pocket I found. It was found in the box. I believe I paid $20 for it once you do the conversion, but I did buy it in a condition. You can see it's got spots on it, so I'm assuming it got water on it or mold on the screen. I don't know the rest of the condition, so I'm just gonna have to hope it works. I bought it without testing it because it was so cheap and it had the box with it, so I thought it wouldn't hurt to give it a try. And since the screen looked like that, I thought this was a perfect one to do a screen mod for. It's not turning on. After I clean the battery terminals and try it again, I am going to take it apart. And the second I open it up, you can see it does have a lot more corrosion in it. The board itself does have that blue-green hue to it, but you can see that darker blue there, that's all corrosion. So I am going to attempt to clean it off, but right now I don't have any high hopes for it. So here goes a final test to see if I can get it to turn on. And it does not turn on. So that means the next option is this. This is my husband's Neo Geo Pocket Color. We found this in Japan. I think we got it for $60 or $70. This is what the screen looks like. You can go through and select if you want Japanese or English. You can also go through and set the background if you want it different colors, or if you want it black and white or the original. I am really confused about this screen because I did put a brand new CR2032 battery in, so that screen's not supposed to be showing. This is one of the games we own. It's called Girls Fighters, and as the title states, you pick a female and you fight. I think the screen looks really good as it is, but it'll be fun to give it a new screen and see the difference. Now I'm gonna take it apart. I have assumptions that somebody had already opened the system. That screw was not coming out, the plastic was actually broke around it. This is the kit here. It comes with 4 wires. Here's the motherboard and the screen, and everything was already attached. The first step of putting in this new screen is actually trimming the case. The easiest way to get it completely taken off is to cut triangles in the plastic and then work your way back and forth. Now I'm going to see if it fits where it needs to and it's good to go. I just put the cover on the back of this screen, which is supplied in the kit. The next step is to solder these 4 red wires onto specific spots. So they'll go from the motherboard on the screen to the motherboard on the Neo Geo. And this is what it'll look like when you're finished soldering. The problem was I had the other version of the Neo Geo. It did not have the correct spot to put all of the wires. You don't need them, it'll function without them. Off camera, I actually opted to take them all off and just hook it up without the red wires. It took me a little bit to get the ribbon lined up. I felt like it wasn't bending the right way, and I definitely struggled with this quite a bit on how I needed to get it into place. I felt like every time I got it situated and went to put it in the case, it kind of ended up a little crooked. I didn't see any instructions on bending the cable a specific way, so I kind of had to figure it out on my own without breaking anything. The most satisfying part is peeling off the film on the front of the screen to put it into place. And the hardest part is getting these little touch pads into place. I don't know if anybody else struggles with this, but I struggle with this every single time because they are so tiny and I feel like my hands are shaking. But I got them into place. One does brightness and one changes the color. Here goes the speaker trying to get it into place. Right about here is where I realized something, that metal is bent all the way down. So now I'm positive that somebody has been in the system before and had bent that terminal back, which would explain why the battery was not getting contact and acting like I didn't have a battery in place or the battery was going dead. Now that that's all fixed, I can get the screws all back into place. I did forget to mention that there are two types of screws, so make sure you use the correct ones. They have the regular Phillips head as well as the Y. Now I'm going to turn it on and just go through the screen again. Here is the brightness on one side, and then this is what changes the color. I think it's a really nice touch, but I don't think I would actually use it. I don't see me playing a game in all green or all red. This is what the main screen looks like after you get everything together. You can actually check your horoscope. And here is the same game. I can definitely tell a difference. It's brighter and it looks really nice. We will pick a different girl to fight. Don't hold anything against me, but like I said, I'm terrible at fighting games. But I won. So I bought a Neo Geo Pocket Color and it didn't work, even though I was hoping it would work so I could just change out the screen. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it and see if I can clean some more of the corrosion. That might have been the only problem, or there could have been traces that got corroded. I haven't quite learned how to follow all the traces yet. I'm hoping the more I do, the more I'll learn. So maybe I'll do another video and see if there's something else wrong with it. But because of that, I was able to make my husband's Neo Geo Pocket Color look really nice with a new screen. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the older screen, but like a lot of older systems, there's no light on it, so it's really hard to see when you want to play a game. I would definitely give this mod a go if you have this game system. I think this was a very easy mod. Besides my difficulty with getting it all lined up within the case, it all went together really well and I was excited about it. I'm disappointed I wasn't able to do the rest of the soldering with the red wires, but it just happens that I had a different one than the full kit was supposed to be for. If you have a Neo Geo Pocket Color, let me know in the comments, and if this is a mod you'd like to do, let me know. As always, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share with your friends, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Bye!